container. So class So here I told class is nothing but a container. It holds properties such as methods, function, attributes such as object. Okay, and object is nothing but an instance variable of a class. Okay, so class means so suppose you assume suppose an example, this is one house. Okay, so suppose assume that for an example this is a house of Mr. James. Okay, 1 minute. So suppose this is a house of Mr. James, and Mr. James is the owner of this house, right? So what contains house? It contains members like family, some people, the group of people, or some members of the, we call these are the members of the class. Okay, because class is nothing but a container. So I'm like giving you an example with a real time or real word. So family is nothing but you can consume this as a house, and this is a house is nothing but suppose this is a class. These are the families. In family there is a, suppose 2 member, 3 member. Suppose in this family they have total 5 members. Okay, so these all members are nothing but attributes. These members are the attributes of the class. Okay, now suppose Mr. James has one son. Okay, so first I will give you one point, note point, you can note it down. So if you want to access the member of the class or property of the class, you need object. So object is a reference variable. Why we call reference variable? Because it contains reference. Suppose in this family there is a 5 members. Okay, Mr. James has one son, name is suppose Edward. He is the son of Mr. James. Okay, so Edward is the son of Mr. James, has one friend. He has one friend named, suppose, Mahesh. So if Mahesh would like to go to in this house, so is it possible, can they go directly inside the house, Mahesh, without knowing this Edward? Edward is nothing but a son of Mr. James, and James is the owner of this house. No, directly they cannot access. So through, if suppose Mahesh will go to the door and he will knock, put a bell, or he will press the bell, or he will go to the house and he will knock the door, then some member will come and they will ask to whom you would like to meet. Then he will tell, or suppose Mr. James will come out and he will ask, Mr. James will ask, you want to meet with whom? Then Mr. Mahesh will tell, sir, I know Edward, who is my friend. Okay, who's my friend, and I want to meet with my friend who is the Edward. So in this example I told object is a reference variable of a class. It holds all the properties or reference members or reference of the class, because class contains some properties, methods. So class contains methods, functions, attributes. Directly you can't access. Directly you cannot go to the instance, to the class, and you cannot access. You need a reference to access. So suppose if you go any very big government office, you want to meet any officer. So can you directly go and directly meet? Yes, you can, but you need a reference also. If you go through the reference, that would be more easiest way. You will get priority. Suppose you are going to fill a form, vacancy form, government vacancy form. After that office, outside that office, government office, you will see 100 people there is a very long queue. In that queue, many people or so many members, they are standing outside the office. They are waiting for when they will get the chance, they will go inside and they will give the interview, suppose. Now, if you have directly reference with the manager or in that office, someone, you have some good reference, directly you can go from the, so that is the benefit of the object. Directly you can access the member. So in this case, Mahesh will come. If Mahesh will go, then he will tell, sir, uncle, I want to meet with the Edward, who is the member of this class. Class is house. So in this house there is a 5 family members, father, mother and some childs, and Edward is also son of this James. So now what happens? So Edward or this James is nothing but reference or Edward is in this case an object of this class or reference variable of this house class. Okay, so this is a just very normal brief introduction what is object or class, but it has so many things in that which I will cover later in my training. So this is a persistence services in an object. So object, actually it is used to storing the state of the value of the object permanently in the database. Normally what happens when you use any in the real time or in the programming, when you use any method or instance of the class, after using this class, what happens behind this your program, after accessing one garbage collector invokes automatically by the system. Okay, or object, after when we use that class, when we get an output, after that what happens? The object attributes or object property would be destroyed automatically. So suppose this is your primary memory or RAM. Okay, or physically memory. This is the physical memory. So what happens? There is a two kind of members in the class. One is the static, one is the instance. In instance member, they have reference with the object. suppose this is an object of the class or this is an object of the class. Through object direct, then you can access any member of the class. But there is one more concept, is there, static. Static means directly with the class name, directly you can access without reference of object. So what happens when you use any static members, or when you're trying to access any static members? So what happens in the memory at runtime, one pool will be created inside the heap.